I feel a certain type of communication in the air today. I would not be surprised if a number of swords come out in the tarot today, and we shall see what comes out in the runes, shall we? But before we do any of that, I wanted to use today the unspoken truth, because if you have a heads up about what this communication might be, then I feel like you may deal with it in a better way at the time. Because what I'm picking up is somebody here that is trying to be more present in the moment, especially through communication. So when you're in the middle of a debate with somebody, or you're in the middle of some kind of challenging conversation, I feel like you go on freeze, you shut down, and you don't deal with it there and then. And then you go away and you mull over it, you bring it into your own mind, you sit with all the versions of yourself and just kind of let it consume you. And then it may come out in anger in other ways or in different ways, but not actually resolve the point, or you didn't manage to make your point for whatever reason. So I'm picking up the energy of somebody that might be feeling like that at the moment, but you're trying to nip things in the bud in a moment rather than mulling over it. I kind of went around the houses to say that there, didn't I? Could have just said that. If that resonates with you, drop me a comment, let me know. Share this video. Just know that I will never reach out to you first either. So if somebody called Wyrd Enchantress reaches out to you, it is not me. But you can book a reading through my website or dropping me a DM, however it resonates with you. So what is the unspoken truth that is going to come through in this communication? Or maybe it already has, and this is what you're mulling over right now. Okay, we have no one else compares to you. So this could be a conversation with somebody where maybe no one else compares to you in their eyes. Nobody else compares to you. Or you may know that this person feels that way about you. Okay? But you might be finding it very difficult. Maybe you don't really fancy this person, or you don't really, if this is to do with a relationship, if you don't really want to be in a relationship with this person, but you like them as a person, you may know that they feel that way about you, or they may have said that. And I feel like the energy of somebody that's gone like, I can't respond to that. I don't know how to respond to that. It's interesting because it's kind of like an isolated feeling that I feel you've got. It's like you really do want to say something, but you're struggling to. It's like you're finding it really difficult to. Running from your problems won't solve them. So maybe that's how you feel, because I feel like this could be the scene of a conversation that's happened where somebody may have said, nobody compares to you. And like I say, it's a collective reading, so it could go either way. But if this is you that's kind of gone, oh, I don't know how to respond to that, and then you've walked out and the other person's left feeling like, well, obviously they don't feel the same. And the conversation's been left there and nobody knows how to pick it back up and move through it again. But somebody's had a realisation that actually running away from this is not the answer. Just pretending it's not happening is not working. Gaslighting yourself or another person is not working. It's going to make things harder. It's going to make things more difficult. See if there's anything else coming through about this conversation. It sounds very specific. Your past shapes you, but it doesn't define you. So this could be, okay. What I'm getting here is, so the person who has said, or kind of brought forward the realisation of like, nobody compares to you, okay? Now, it's almost like too little too late. I feel like the past held somebody back here in this connection, whether that's you or the other person. The past held that person back. And the other person had to just get on with it, had to just move on. But now I feel like the person who was held back, who was chained by the past, has actually managed to release that. But as they have, this person's gone. Like, they're going. They're not hanging around anymore. So it's almost like, I've done it now, I'm here, I'm ready. And that person's just continuing on. They're not seeing it. Because I feel like they've tried to say this. They've tried to sort of, and this could be you, like I say, tried to say, nobody compares to you. Or you may have even said, like, I love you, or, I only see myself being with you. But the other person has just gone, hey, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Or, just maybe not being able to handle it in the moment. And I feel like whoever that person was, whether that's you or the other person, is really stuck in their throat chakra now, is really stuck in this, like, I didn't communicate that in a moment when I really should have, or I could have. And there's a struggle to get back to that point where you feel you actually can. So, like I say, if that resonates with you, drop me a comment or get in touch for a personalised reading. But let's continue and see what else we can find with this. Pure spirit and purification. So there is another communication coming. There is an opportunity to have this conversation, and you or the other person, whoever it is that's been holding back on this, can actually speak that truth now. Even if they don't know how that's going to go or what that's going to mean, it's truth. And it's going to make things feel better and lighter. Now, this feels risky. There's something about this feeling like it's a big risk. This may have been a real hidden truth. So it's something that perhaps, if it is you, that you don't normally really reveal the truth of things. There's a lot heavily about family with this as well. So whether you are a family person yourself, or this person is, or there was some kind of issue with family during this connection, because this kind of feels like two people that never really managed to get it off the ground, or if you did, I don't feel like it lasted very long. Like I say, somebody here, they were bound by something from the past that was holding them back, but now that they're ready, now that they've released that, it's almost like the other person, it's quite Romeo and Juliet in a way. It's like, it just feels sad that there's been that disconnection, or somebody's gone off to do something but haven't announced what they're doing, and the other person's then just gone, oh, they don't care about me, and they're not bothered, and they're just carried on. Now, there's a defensive energy to this. So somebody's really put some heavy boundaries in place, I feel. So it's almost like they're like not the way that they were. They're not doing what they would have normally done. So how do I put that into different words? So somebody here is trying to push through the boundary that's been put in place. I'm picking up heavily, if there's a feminine here, if you're the feminine, you're the one that's put the boundary in place. And it's the masculine, I feel, that's been like kind of running away from the problem, or like running away from their feelings, or the way that things are. But something's coming now where this person is feeling sad, or there's been tears, there's been, like, I feel like their emotional response to this not being able to be resolved has changed everything, or it is changing everything. So expect to feel this person getting closer to you, or wanting to do more with you. So if this resonates with you, and if this is your message, you'll know this because you are going to feel closer to this person, whether that is through, I don't know, just friendship, or you meet at the same circles, or perhaps you work together. It could be that kind of situation. You have to see them every day anyway, but you've just kind of put yourself in this space of, I've just got to continue, I've just got to carry on, whatever I see, whatever happens, for my own protection. But now I feel like it's like somebody wants to come in and protect you. Somebody wants to bring you that stability, that security. They want you to understand that this was never your fault, that it was never about you or you being the problem. It was always how they kind of couldn't release themselves from the past, and they didn't know how to solve this particular thing. And now that you're starting to move on, or like I say, flip it over if it doesn't resonate, if it's the other way around. But now that you're moving on, this is now where someone's like, I've lost a really good thing here, or I've lost something that actually did mean something to me. I just wasn't prepared for it in the moment. So being in the moment, being present. So what have we got from the tarot for you on this? Okay, a big shift, a big movement is happening here, connected to the heart. Can you see that heart at the top there? Yeah. So there's a big shift happening here in a positive way, in a successful way. This is like having victory over a situation. So I do feel like by the end of the weekend, there's going to be a huge relief, because this has been hanging on somebody's shoulders. It's been hanging around their throat. It's been making somebody feel very heavy, restricted, and just not able to move forward. And it's going to bring balance, giving and receiving in love, in a balanced way, in a healthy way. Now, if this resonates with you, drop me a DM. I'd love to go deeper into this particular reading. It feels like a lovely, lovely story. Have a blessed day.